Hello, and welcome to the next in the BZPower reviews of the LEGO movie sets. I am Nuju Metru, and this is set 70806, Castle Cavalry. This is one of the four 2-in-1 LEGO movie sets. As you can see, the main or featured product is this, looks sort of like a Podracer sort of thing, as well as one of the micro-managers, which I believe are the type of villain from the movie, or the set can be this castle wall. It's the same pieces, I'm assuming, I haven't opened it yet, there'll be 2 instruction manuals inside. The box is well designed, it feels nice and substantial. The back is also well designed, as you can see. Again, the 2-in-1 nature of the set is highlighted. At the bottom of the box, we can see certain play features are highlighted, including those of the micromanager, those of the vehicle, and down in this corner here, we have an advertisement for the LEGO movie video game, which is evidently going to come out. But enough of the box. I know we all care more about what's inside it, so let's take a look. Thanks again to LEGO for sending us these products. We're always happy to receive free things, and we're happy to take a look at them. So, pouring out the contents here. There's some couple of bags, and I was right. There are not 2. There are 3 instruction manuals. There is a sticker sheet. And, of course, here are the pieces. So, let's take a look at what we got. There's a lot of, initially I can see there's a lot of grays and browns, which are some traditional castle-type colors. Again, in line with what this set is for. I'm not sure how they designed these products. I'm wondering if they took that is to say, the more expected model, like the castle wall or the garbage truck, and then a designer took that apart and with the pieces was able to make an entertaining secondary model, which then became the more creative model of the set, or if they did it backwards or some other way. In terms of new or interesting pieces, this set isn't one of the more valuable ones in that sense. Most of the parts here are fairly standard issue for castle sets. You know, we have some towers, we have some gates, and some railings and barrels. There are a couple of fun pieces, though, which I'll show you right now. This is a 4-way claw, which I believe originally debuted in the Marvel superheroes. I think it was used on Venom. It's a very useful piece, and it's always good to have a couple more of those. There's only one of them, though. There is this, which is a faceted corner piece. I know we've seen this in light gray, but I'm not sure if the dark gray is a new color. Again, a useful, less common castle piece. These pieces in brown, which are not seen too often, and should be a lot of fun for sci-fi mockers as well as castle ones. And I may be mistaken in believing that this particular skeleton arm with the claws facing the same way is new. I didn't really keep up with the Ninjago ones, but there you have it. There's a couple of those in there too. Alright, well, we are going to build, we have 2 models to examine. There's the gate, and then there's the Podracer type thing. So, the first thing I'm going to build will be this one. So let's get building. Okay, so we're done with the building from this instruction manual, which has given us this gate, catapult, and these 2 lamps. But there's a really conspicuous pile of pieces left over here, and the minifigures aren't built. So, I was wondering about that while I was building, and I checked out this instruction manual. So, turns out, and I won't make this mistake again, that this instruction manual is the one for the figures, as well as the micromanager, who can still exist alongside of the second model. So I'm about to start building the stuff in this manual. Well, that's the set done, and the parts look a lot more reasonable for a stack of extras here. So, now that we're done, let's take a look at what we have made. So first off, we've got our 3 minifigures. According to the box, these figures have names. This is Sharon Shoehorn. I don't know who she is, but she looks sort of like almost a Marilyn Monroe type, with the hair and the dress, blouse, whatever it is. Pretty young lady with some back printing, and that face, if you can see it, is really, it's quite comical. I really like this expression. Then we have our 2 knights, the castle cavalry, so to speak. This is Sir Stackabrick, and this is his gallant guard. These figures use the same pieces and motif as was used in the latest castle sets. They have crown emblems all over them, blue, which goes with their castle. The first 2 things that we built were these 2 lamp posts. They seem like piece fillers, considering the extra that has clearly to be used for the Podracer. There's also this catapult here, which has 2 of the little catapults and some ammunition in back and a torch on the front for visibility. Who knows? We did make the micromanager with that first instruction booklet that I missed. This one is a little black cube, as they all are, and it has a folding set of wheels in back here, so it can lie flat on the ground or pick itself up and wheel around. What's really nice is that the wheels, aside from laterally, the balance point is here on the model because of this massive claw in front, which is really pretty effective for grabbing poor Sharon. This is a cool little villain, and I do really appreciate the fact that it can exist and should exist alongside both of the models. Now let's move on to the main attraction here. This is our gatehouse, what have you. It's a pretty little castle. You have some vines hanging down in front, nice battlements. These are stickers applied to the very old tower pieces. You have a gate, which it turns out has a locking mechanism. See, this is the lock, and then you can open it. There's a nice detail with some bones back in there. Up on top, you have something I failed to point out when I was looking at the pieces of note. There are several of the new contour bricks that were debuted with the Lego Lord of the Rings in light gray. There are, I believe, 8 of them in this model, which is a welcome addition for a castle creator such as myself. There's a nice lion in front. Something I really found interesting was up top, this round balcony is held in place at this angle by the skeleton arms. So I thought that was a cool design. All right, so that's your look at model number 1. So now let's take it all apart and go on to model 2. Okay, we've taken apart model number 1. Now it's time to move on to model number 2, which is that Podracer castle thing that's on the front of the box. Alright, let's get to it. That's the end of it. We have finished building the Podracer thing with a couple extra pieces on the side. So let's take a look at the creation we've just made. So while I was building this, it seemed to me that my original assumption that the main model, namely the gate, or the first model, was the basis. Was what they you separated the parts out for, what they planned, I guess, in more depth, and then it really does seem like they basically handed that pile of parts to a designer and just said, all right, go for it. Because what we have here, a lot of parts, such as there's these 4 studs, and the bits of the construction really do seem kind of improvised based on what they had, especially you can't see, but inside the main body of this, there's a whole mess of parts that had they been planning for this model, might have been simplified. But it does, it still comes off effectively, this Podracer type thing. You can see we've got the, I guess, engine turbines in front, and there's this crossbow gun assembly, which it seems that our gallant guard, he can take a seat here and man the cannon, I guess. These little catapults so that you wouldn't be missed. The artillery's back here. The same technique with the banister is used on the vehicle. The bone cave also makes a nice transition. I would assume that these products, within the Lego movie, if Lord Business is against creativity, these are the creative forces, weapons against him. They take their normal Lego lives and they turn them into machines by which they can fight the micromanagers. There are a couple functions here. There's the catapult. There's the little crossbow thing, which isn't so much a function as much as a feature. The main thing that they built in, Lego has been enamored of these recently, is the flick fire missiles. You've got in front these orange flick fires, and there's triggers in back, and nice and simple, nice and effective. The model, it looks thrown together, but that's sort of the point. There are some nice details. The vines in back here, that curve that's achieved and still has room for the trigger is really nice. Obviously, the banister, the wheels usage as turbines is creative. The lion head looks nice. So it's prettier than one could expect from a mess of castle parts. Overall, I think this product is it's really fun, and I do appreciate that Lego is kind of releasing products that acknowledge its nature as a toy that goes beyond the instructions. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of our coverage of these Lego movie sets. Once again, I'm Nuju Metru, and I hope you have a good day.